Hey guys, this is a quick video. Might not be too quick, but it's an update. I first want to say, if you are sensitive to any kind of hamster in distress or pain or being sick or anything like that, please do not watch this video because it is a bit gruesome. It's not too gruesome, but I just want to be putting out there that this is not a nice, friendly video. So, as you guys know, I had a pair of Roborowski dwarfs, and here is little Pinky. He is still with us, but very sadly, for the last couple of weeks, and there's nothing the vets can do, he has had a lot of hair loss and this wound on his side. And what you can't see is it is a bit of a big lump, and he's got a lot of hair loss to his side, and obviously this wound here. He isn't using his leg that much, he isn't eating a lot. So what I am actually doing at the moment, I just kind of wanted to do this while he was out of his cage, is I get him in this flannel. It's very clean. I cover up his eyes, or I try to keep his front end away from me as much as humanly possible, because he still does bite. He's never been the friendliest of hamsters, but what I try to do is just get him like this with a little bit of salt water, because it does ooze and it does bleed, and I just get his back end like this and I just gently swab it with a cotton bud. He is still a very sweet hamster. He does bite, but to be honest, if somebody was picking me up in a towel, I'd bite them. Now, there is the option of putting him to sleep, which at the moment I'm not going to do. It's okay. It's okay. At the moment, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to look after him. I give him a lot of fresh food, like lettuce, cucumber, tomatoes, which have a lot of nutrients in it and a lot of water as well. So that's a good way of getting him to eat. He is on a dwarf mix. So his food is, it's as small as possibly be. I'm not giving him he was switched about a year ago, I think, onto dwarf mix after I lost Chicken Nugget. Both my dwarfs went onto a dwarf food mix. There we go, put you down. So he is on a dwarf food mix. He now gets a lot of fruit and vegetables, which I gave him anyway, but I give him a little bit more now, so he's getting what he can, because that's all he's really showing interest in eating. But I would say that lump, it's slowly getting better, but I've noticed it started with a slight cut on his foot, and he chewed away a couple of his toes and it healed up and it was fine. And then he started getting a little bit of hair loss, which Brain did just before he passed away. So I thought, maybe it's an age-related thing. And then I started noticing quite a bit of blood in his little house. So I had him out and I was checking him, and this was a hole. It was literally like a hole in his side. It was a big infected. It wasn't very nice looking at all. And now it's healed over again. There is a little bit of blood every now and then, but that's to be expected because he will catch it on things. His house is it's quite jagged around there where he been chewing at it, but that's kind of a comfort object for him. It's always been in his cage, so I don't want to take that away from him. But he doesn't have a lot of climbing toys in his cage anymore. He doesn't often have any type of hay in his enclosure anymore, because that can be quite irritative, and I don't give him as much sawdust so he can't bury himself as much. But I do this kind of house, and his other hide is always full up with soft tissue. So I just want to show you, he does do this quite a lot. This is how he ends up sitting. Sorry guys, if I can show you. This is how he does end up sitting. He just sits sits in a small ball there, so he's not doing great. He is an old hamster anyway. I've had him, coming up 3 years I've had him now, so I think it's been coming up 3 years, but either way, he is a senior hamster. He's a very old boy. But, like I say, he's old. He is injured. He is sick. Clearly, it's very simple to say. I would be lying if I was to say there is nothing wrong with him, because he limps around on 3 legs. He's chewed off a couple of his toes, and he kind of uses his leg, but he doesn't often, as sometimes he gets these weird bursts of energy where I'll see him running around on his wheel, which is very peculiar, and I can't work out why. And other days I'll get him out and he'll be limp, and I think, yep, this is it. This is the end of it. He's a goner. And then somehow he perks back up. And this has been going on now for, well, I want to say this has been going on about 2 months now, 2-3 months, maybe even a little bit longer, that he's been like this. But like I say, the vets can't do anything. Their answer is just to put him down, and I am not putting my hamster to sleep. I am not going to put him to sleep until I know there is 100% no other option. And actually, you can see quite here is a good view of the little lump. It's about the size of a large pea, a British pea. If you eat peas in the UK, it's the best way to describe it. But he is skinny. I can see he's not eating a lot. He doesn't have a lot of fight in him. But he is a very sweet boy still. I still love him. He's still a very sweet, sweet little boy. He will still bite me. He does still want to eat my fingers 90% of the time. But I can actually stroke him, which I haven't been able to do since he was a pup. Oh! You just fell in the sink. Good thing that's not a far fall, isn't it? But he is, like I say, he's getting on. He's old, and there's not a lot more I can do for him. But I just wanted to make this little update, guys, because I have been updating you on how he's been doing and my hauls and things like that. And hamster care has been a big part of my channel, but I've never had hamster care like this. So I don't want to take this as a how-to video of how to care for your hamster, how to clean your hamster, or anything like that, because I'm not a vet, I'm not trained, I'm just doing what I can for him. And this is what works best for us. So guys, I'm going to call it a day on this video. And it's goodbye from me and Pinky. Bye guys.